Optimistic about the season. It's a long year, and I know we've had a few bumps along the way, and a lot of people, it seems like, have caught some bad luck. But a lot of teams deal with this. It's very common, and I think we're a resilient team. I think we're deep in talent, and I think that we can withstand this, and hopefully in the long run use this as an experience, to better us.
Back with Phil Castellini of the Reds. One of the most attractive offers I've seen in any sport is something the Reds are calling the April Pass. Now, this is brand new, isn't it?
It is brand new. Okay. And, attendance in April is tough. The kids are still in school. Weather, as you know, can go any direction. I mean, we're bouncing from 60 to 36.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. So, again, all 11 games in April, $60 is the new thing. Yokohama Tire's our sponsor on this one. But, great division rivalries. We got Cardinals, Pirates, Cubs throughout that whole series. And again, we like to pack the park in April. Those games are as important as the ones in September, and hopefully we'll have good crowds.
I guess this is where it's really important to find people in companies like Yokohama that step up and somehow help share the cost or bear the cost to work with you and also, I guess, promote it.
No question about it. And our sponsors, too, helping on opening night, trying to get some folks in there as well. And again, Yokohama's a great partner, and hopefully this is something that we'll take on. Again, April, September are challenging months for us on attendance, and we're trying to do anything we can to pack the park.
Well, I hear people all the time saying it's hard to take a family down there. But when you're talking about, if you could do that one-time expenditure, and you're talking about a $6 ticket.
Yeah, no question about it. And, you get your parking figured out. You can bring food into the ballpark. A lot of folks don't know that. You can bring your own food into the ballpark. And so I still think it's an affordable venue for families, no question about it.
Okay. You mentioned the teams real quick. Tampa Bay, playoff team. Pittsburgh, playoff team. Cardinals, playoff team. And Cubs, always a popular draw.
They are.
It's an attractive schedule.
And we get all of those guys in April, so it's good, and I think it's a great package.
Joey Votto was talking about the ups and downs. As a guy who's selling this team, do you squirm when you see, Schumacher goes down, Chapman goes down, he's not going to be ready? I mean, is it
well,
tough?
I think it's a rally cry for the rest of the guys. I think when you see these kind of things happen, you remember a couple years ago, Ludwig stepped up in a big way and produced with some injuries. And so I think that's what it should do. I think we've got a little bit of depth in the pitching to get us through this first month or so where we're waiting for guys to get back. And I think so far it's been a rally cry, and I think it'll be a good thing for the team.
Because, there were years, if a couple guys went down, you knew you were dead for a while.
Yeah, and the mentality sometimes can be that. When you got one or two iconic guys and something happens. But, this is a team that's got a lot of good mix of veteran players and up-and-coming guys in the middle of their careers. And so I think it's a good mix, and they all feel pretty good about what they can do.
We saw Joey Votto talking there. Were you at all surprised by the reemergence of Joey Votto? I mean, doing all these things with Lance McAllister during the year. And, I mean, there were great interviews. They gave great insight into this guy. And I'm just wondering, from somebody who sees him from a different perspective than we do, did that surprise you at all?
Well, it didn't, because, Joey's a very deep, calculated guy. He's one of the most disciplined, hardworking guys that there are. And I think he has waited for his time to play that role of the face of the franchise. And he was only going to do that when that was an absolute, and he saw that as part of his job. And I watched him at a event for his nonprofit at the Green Diamond Gallery in Montgomery, and that's really the first time I saw him open up. It was a smaller group, maybe 80 or 100 people, but that's when I saw a different Joey Votto, and that's the one you're seeing do these interviews. And I think it's a great evolution of his role as the guy representing this team. And again, he works hard, he plays hard, and it's one of these guys that I think is a great face of the franchise. And I'm glad to kind of see him coming out of his shell, and it's great to see him out there.
Okay, back with Phil a little bit more on the other side of midnight as we talk about the Reds season. Johnny Cueto is going to be the pitcher on Monday. It's the third straight opening day start for Cueto. 3 openers in a row is a good stretch for any Reds hurler. The most consistent opening day pitcher, though, was Mario Soto, who won 4 straight openers from 1983 through